good day, Lyna Cherif. Hope you're doing good. This is Réda, in fact, Benlabed. I work, in fact, with the BlueGreen Zone program, and I'm very glad to welcome you here and for you to be one of the first interviewees and in first startups, basically, that are incubated and accelerated within the program. I would like to thank you very much for your participation, and I would like to maybe to give us in a few words who is Lyna Cherif and what is her company, or in few words, AirCrop.
Okay, so first of all, thank you for the invitation. It's a real honor to be here and participate in this podcast. And I would like to thank all the team that was able to organize this podcast, the Blue Green Zone team. First of all, so I would introduce myself. I'm Lyna Cherif. I am the founder of AirCrop. I am a precision agriculture engineer. I graduated in 2024, but before that I had a master's in business management, and a license in mathematics. So I did some studies before turning to agriculture. All of this helped me get enough knowledge, and I had a background that allowed me to create this startup. Combination between maths, data analysis, and precision agriculture, which is a new I would say field here in Algeria. After 2024, we participated in some challenges with this idea, AirCrop. And I think that was the click that validated our idea and allowed us to see that this could be a project that will help the Algerian agriculture. So that challenge actually helped us grow. After that, we tried to turn it from idea to something real in the field. It took about a year, and I think in 2025, I think that's when we joined the program. September 2025, we pitched and we joined the program, and that's when the project started to become a business. So at first it was an idea, it was prototype testing, etc. Now it's becoming a business with a business model and opportunities, some partnerships that are on the way. So it was really nice to see the project transforming from idea to project to this day.
I see. Thank you very much. And when did you start, being interested in first of all AI and in drones? Because there are two different fields, but what you do is basically mixing between both and agriculture at the same time.
Actually, I was always interested in tech and AI. Ever since I studied mathematics, so ME, mathematics and in university. So I was always interested in tech, and but anyone that was in tech knows that we need a field to apply this technology.
Sure.
So after that, I had to find where to use this technology, this AI, and agriculture has a great opportunity. Is a great
sector.
It's a great sector here in Algeria. I think it's 14% of the PNB.
National product, gross product. Yeah.
Yes.
So basically, you were interested in AI, and you specialize maybe in technology, in the AI technology. We talked also about drones, but drones also is another technology. It's more, let's say, material. It's more hardware. Yeah. Let's say, and we also add to that the field which is agriculture. So it's another level of complexity to a certain extent.
Yeah.
In innovation, in mixing between three sectors.
Actually, drones, it was always a fancy technology that I've always dreamt of having. So I was always imagining myself using a drone in any way. And after that, I think it was personal experience as well. I come from a family of farmers. in Biskra,
Right, but
and I've experienced firsthand what it is like to manage a whole field of ponds, which is very hard. It requires a lot of physical labor, and it's risky. Overall, it's risky, and I saw that drones could solve a lot of this, especially for plant disease detection or any anomaly that could happen in the field. It could really make it easier to detect it rather than having someone that would go up in the tree and risk falling.
Yep.
Yeah, that would be problematic, and there are a lot of people that were injured because of this. So rather than doing all of this, why not having a drones that would do it? So this was the initial idea, and this is how we formed like the idea of AirCrop, and then the AI came after it. The AI came to, I think, complete the whole process, because we needed to do some
automatization.
Automatization,
Yeah.
in the process. So this is where AI came, and the knowledge in agriculture, we had that with our training, and we combined all of this to have AirCrop.
But this is a great thing. In fact, what's inspiring is that you felt the pain points that the agricultural professionals are living every day, basically experiencing every day. So that makes you a bit more of an experienced entrepreneur, startup.
Yes, I saw that like in their insecurity level, but also at cost level. So I saw how much they were spending for labor. I saw how much they were spending for products. I saw the problems that would occur, and if not treated quickly, would be problematic. So I saw all of this before before having this idea, the idea of AirCrop.
Yeah. The profession of agricultural entrepreneur, basically, or managing a farm or anything like that, is very precise and is very specific in terms of knowledge and experience to have. It's not that easy. I mean, a lot of people are trying to say that you can make it easy through different technologies like greenhouses and stuff like that, but you still need to be a great professional and know all the risks also that you have.
Exactly.
Because there are different risks also, and I appreciate that a lot. Basically, in with the AI, what I understand is that the AI tools and the AI recognition, let's say image recognition tools and things like that you specialize in, it's basically the specialty that you guys are bringing on the table. Because other people use drones, other people use drones in different other sectors, let's say.
Like I say, drones have been around for like 20 years. It's not like we are inventing the drone. We're just using it in specific area that has a demand. For example, drones. I've seen a lot of type of drones, and it has a lot of sizes used in the military, in the industry, etc. But we are using it for agriculture in a specific field, like disease recognition and stress, any stress that could occur to the plant.
Water stress.
So we are trying to narrow down what can be done with the drone in agriculture, rather than I would say telling the people that we build drones. No, we are using drones in specific problems in agriculture.
Well, what I know is that I've been also following a few startups in drones, even abroad, in agriculture, and there are different applications: spraying, analyzing, imaging, analyzing. Disease also prevention, things like that. But also you can help also in the crops and yielding the crops also at the same time. So that's very, very interesting. But because you are a business, you also at the same time need to feel that there's an opportunity. Do you think that there's an opportunity right now? Because we hear a lot about Sahara agriculture, large surfaces and large areas also now being used for, I don't know, wheat and specialized also maybe mass produced crops, where elsewhere in the world drones are being used right now.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of diversity, and maybe there's a specialization in the professions regarding drone
Users.
Users in different countries, the USA and China and things like that. So basically, do you think this opportunity right now in Algeria and the business model right now of agriculture of Algeria and the economics of it are going to help, are going to allow your company and your startup to strive and to accelerate quickly?
So to answer this, we'd have to understand what is actually happening here in Algeria, the current situation with the drone, the legal aspect of the drone that is changing as well. So I've noticed that with the new laws of drones and how to use them, there is in the other side there is some changes in the activity codes here in Algeria. So they are encouraging this use. So if let's say there is an opportunity here because we see some how should I say it, some interest from the government to have this type of service. So we are aligning with the vision of the government. So we are aligning with what they require here in agriculture as a new field, as drone users, but also as new technologies in agriculture. So digitalized agriculture, and we are aligning as well with the services that are appearing here by using drones. So I've noticed, for example, that there's new codes of activities here in Algeria that are appearing for drone users, for example, using drones in agriculture. So there is changes that are happening that are allowing us to become a successful business with this business model, drones in agriculture. And I saw as well that some legal aspects are becoming a lot more, I would say, easier. And it's allowing us to have a clearer vision of how we can use this technology and also to protect ourselves, because it's at first we didn't know how to use it, when to use it. Now it's clear. Now we know there is a law, there is articles that explain exactly how to use this, how to use that, and when to use it. And having this structure, you can see that there is I would say an opportunity in using it. So I don't know how to.
Well, let's try to make it easier. For instance, let's say the entrepreneurs in agriculture right now, specifically maybe in Saharan agriculture, but elsewhere too, they're now mostly private entrepreneurs in agriculture. And these people are not necessarily all experienced. And these people are not experienced in dealing with services and in dealing with technologies. Do you think that the new generation of buyers, of clients, are ready for that? Because there's the ecosystem, and the biggest part and the most important part of the ecosystem remains the clients. If they're ready, in fact, to pay for the service, and they understand in fact the value of it.
Surprisingly, there is a lot of demand on this type of service.
Excellent.
So what we notice is people understand the need of this new technology. They are curious. At least they would like to at least try it once to see how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's normal because it's new, and also we noticed that in every field that we went to, the agronomist or the one in charge is young. So he
I see.
knows the importance.
That's good.
Of,
That's a very
yeah,
important.
he knows the importance of the technology,
Mhm.
how it will make his life easier. Like rather than going all the way to I
Of
don't
course.
know 15 acres of field all on his own, he would just have a drone that would do it for him in like 1 hour.
And in the market research, I don't know if you did some market research because
Yeah.
maybe we're gonna come back to that because it's very interesting
Yeah.
how your interaction with your clients basically and your early adopters because these
Yeah.
guys are very early
Very-
adopters.
Yeah.
And we're gonna discuss maybe about the type of or the step that you are right now into.
Mhm.
But now let's go back to BlueGreen Zone.
Yeah.
Because when you signed up, you already were recognized as a promising startup. You had your label, I
Yes.
believe. You also started to make maybe some testing in
Yes.
maybe during your university degree.
No.
Afterwards.
Afterwards, because this is not my my university project.
I see.
This is a personal project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's personal. Do you have other team members?
Yes, I do. I started it on my own.
Mhm.
Then I think, well, it's easier to get accepted when you're in team. So what I did, I tried to find teammates, people that I've worked with in the past, and people that had interesting profiles, and I started to scout them, like one by one. And it's funny how I built my team. Because,
What's
yeah.
funny? Let's laugh about it a little bit.
The first one is Jamaldin. We had the club together, so student club together.
Okay.
We were both president and vice president.
I see.
And we said to ourselves, well, we manage the club, we might as well start a company.
Sure.
So
You have
this
a
is-
great experience. It's a great experience to build like a trust and a
Yeah,
great relationship.
exactly.
Okay, how about your second member?
So Ryan Aboud, he saw that we were
What does he do?
yeah, he's the developer. So
Okay.
we met they were in our school. He's from the higher school of informatique, computer science.
Mhm.
And we met when they came to our school for a presentation. This is when we first met, but then he contacted us on LinkedIn and was like, I'm really interested in your project. I know you guys, you are hardworking, etc. I would like to be part of your team.
Mhm.
So this is how Ryan Aboud joined the team. We saw his work, we saw he was following us, interested in the project, so he joined us. And the funniest one was Yasmin. Yasmin, it was in our school, in the agronomy school, and we organized a hackathon in the school, and I was one of the mentors there for the agronomy side. So
I see.
Yeah, I was one of the mentors, and
Because you majored in agronomy,
yes,
agronomy, right?
yes. So
Perfect.
when I was looking at all the participants, well, I've noticed that some were better than others, and some had some analytics. They were able to analyze the problem faster than others,
Mhm.
and I really liked her way of thinking. So poor girl,
See.
I chased her.
Poor girl.
Yeah, I chased
You
her around.
Okay, you chased her around.
Yeah, until I found her contact, and that was it. Until I sent her an email. I was like, I liked how you work. I liked your profile, etc.
So you did like a real manager, CEO of a company, or
Yeah,
HR manager at the same time because you scouted for
exactly.
for one of your talents there.
Yeah, I was really trying to find the perfect people. I wouldn't say perfect, but real match, personality wise, but also work wise,
Mhm.
because they can be good at their work, but the personality doesn't match. Maybe you can clash, etc. So this is how I based my judgment, and thankfully we've been a team for a year now. Over a year, I would say.
Okay.
And so far, so good. Now we are officially a company,
Yes.
and we're working on the project. We had some investor joining us afterwards.
Good.
Business angel.
Perfect.
joining us.
So that allows you to also have at least a small salary
Exactly.
to a certain extent to make a living, right?
Yeah, we are trying to,
That's what a startup is about,
Yeah,
the
exactly.
different phases of it.
trying to improve the project, trying to make it a reality. So that's what we're trying to do right now. At the same time, like I said, the team is we are like a family. I would say a bunch of friends. We found the solution, and we're trying to make it happen. And this is why I find how I formed the team very funny, because it's not like others. It's their best friend, or I didn't hear a story similar to mine. Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah, because with me, I had to experience working with them before them joining.
No,
the
you
team.
had what I believe is that you had a manager, a business manager, and a business owner vision, and also some of the soft skills that it takes.
Yeah.
Because you have to have a vision. Sometimes you have to trust your partners so much.
Exactly.
But at the same time, it has to click, because personality-wise, sometimes I don't know what's the rate of how you say that of dead startups. In fact,
because of founders.
because
founders in
the wrong choice.
Yeah. That's what I think. That's why I took some time to find them. So I started the project in 2024. The idea was 2024, but the team was officially built in 2025. So this is why it took some time to find them as well. For example, I'm not gonna lie to you. I had some people that left. I had some.
Most probably.
Yeah.
I see.
But these people stayed. So stayed with me till so far, with the project, and we're moving forward.
And what's right now the the development step of your startup? Is it right now in let's say proof of concept? Are you right now looking for your first, let's say, rounds of investment or your first markets? What is approximately the step that you are going through right now, and what's the link between that and you signing up to BlueGreen Zone?
So at the moment we are in our proof of concept stage. So we tested our product in some fields, first in the school, and then.
Sorry, did you try test your service or your product? Because there's a difference between both.
I was gonna go to this.
Good stuff.
So we have a technical proof of concept, but for the business model proof of concept, we tested. We are still testing it. So what we did, I'm gonna start with the technical one. We started in the school, so they gave us a field where we can test our product.
Agronomy school.
Yeah, agronomy school, and we tested recently in a field in Boufarik.
Heard about
Extra
it.
Nature, yes.
Yeah, Extra Nature.
Yes.
Good startup.
Yeah.
Too.
So we tested technical aspect of the project. Now the business model, so the proof of concept of the business model, we are testing one with the agronomist team in Boufarik. So what we did,
private operators.
Yes, private operators. What we did, so we like it's like a partnership where whenever they need us, they will call us like a service, call us as a service, and we will go with them in the field and use our drone to help them in their day-to-day tasks and make it easier for them. So they have their own farmers that they work with. We will be like an extra technology that they will use. With this, we are testing the service side. If we are gonna do the service, or we are gonna rent the drones so they can use it, and then give them a training.
Plus analytics.
Exactly. And give them a training. So we started testing the service side because training takes a lot of time, and we've noticed that some people would rather call you use it.
Yeah, whenever they need you.
Exactly.
I understand. So they're not planning ahead
Yeah.
Because there's not much planification here in
Yeah.
crops and things like that.
There-
People are taking risks basically to a certain extent, no?
Yeah, they are taking risks, but also I think it's because they are scared of the law.
Okay.
Yeah,
Really?
they I think that's their pain point.
I see.
Their pain point. They don't want to get in trouble because of the drone, etc.
Mhm.
So they would rather have someone use it and take all the responsibility of them, rather than being the one responsible of the drone.
Yeah.
So this is why I found that having a on-demand service
Yeah.
is better than I'd say renting the drone. Yeah.
Or like having an annual kind of
Yeah.
deal or annual service agreement.
Yeah, exactly. So
Okay,
what
so
we
on demand.
on demand.
Mhm.
So what we do, if they call us, we will go with them on the field, do the scan with the drone, and give them the analysis, and we get the revenue based on the service.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your business model basically is based on their profit, the profits they're gonna make. They're
Yeah.
gonna be making.
Yeah, yeah.
So you don't be paid ahead.
No.
You get paid
Yeah, on the on the
after
server.
proving that your
Yes.
service
Yes.
brought some added value,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So this
So
is
we
good.
are testing this at the moment to see, because we explored other things, but we
Mhm.
found this is, I think, the hook. Like, this is how we hooked them.
Yeah.
Rather than subscription based, they were not interested. We found that having an on-demand service is what hooked them the most.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do understand that. Especially also that the agricultural drones in Algeria are basically in their infancy here
Yeah.
still.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still a lot of rules and regulations that are not, not just that, also all the ecosystem for training and educating basically.
Yeah. And
The rights, choosing the right, for example, AI tools and AI agents that are not still developed locally.
Yeah, exactly.
And even for data and stuff like that, the local data and sovereign data is still, like new here.
Exactly.
So there are many aspects that are new.
Yeah.
And that's why they don't want to take risks. And that's why also it's really nice that they also can trust you enough to give you a contract.
Yeah. So it was hard. It's hard to convince someone with the new technology, but I think what the factor that helped was that we are agronomists as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
so the trust was there. So we
Oh,
come
yeah.
from the same.
You speak the same language.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we were like, we know what you do.
Mhm.
We had the same struggles. I understand going to the field is very hard. So here's what we have to offer.
You know the pain points
Exactly.
within the whole circuit and the whole life cycle of
Exactly.
the crop.
So we were like, I know what you go through. You have to go to the field, do some you have to go through all the field. Takes a lot of time.
Yep.
Sometimes it's hot outside. You would rather send a drone.
The
rather
drone,
than-
of course. But not just that, it's because we still also have, in my belief, from what I understand, we still have a human resource problem in agriculture in Algeria.
Yes. If you think about it, there is not enough agronomists to cover
Agronomists and workers.
to cover all of Algeria, all of
Of
the
course not.
territories here. Yeah, and even and in the new law of this is a side note.
Yeah.
In the law of agriculture here,
Mhm.
every farmer has to have an agronomist in its farm.
I see.
Yeah, so it's a
It's
must.
logical.
Yeah, it's a must. And sometimes there's not enough to cover all the regions because agronomists are rare.
Mhm.
And if you get one in one region,
I see.
some
So that's that's also an opportunity.
Yeah,
business
it's-
opportunity, right?
exactly.
Some people are trying to
Yeah.
explore that. at the same
Exactly.
time.
This is why they are trying to. So they're trying to do is gather with one group of agronomists as much field as they can.
Mhm.
So this is why a drone comes in handy.
Not
It
just
will
not
help.
just drone, because you guys are not just in drones. You
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
are in information technology.
Actually, what we do
Mhm.
is we are AI. We are an AI startup, but in the field, we present ourselves as agronomists who use technology, because, like I said, there's trust, and we found that since we understand the problem, it's better to explain it to them. We explain the solution better, and we found that. Like you said, we understand, we speak the same language.
Yeah, you speak the same language.
So it's,
and you can transfer this language, because this is also AI. You take
yeah,
human intelligence and transfer it into computerized algorithms, and not just intelligence, but also capacities like
yeah.
the seeing,
Yeah.
watching, following.
One thing though,
Yep.
here I wouldn't talk a lot about AI, because
Sure.
it's still scary to them.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
still it's still like, do you trust? They would ask, do you trust the machine enough for it to make decision? So to rather talk about the software itself other than the AI that is doing all the
Sure.
recognition.
Yeah.
And I would say that the human factor is still there. As agronomists, so we take pride in that here in Algeria.
Yeah.
So I would say, yeah, the everything that the machine would say, it will be checked by humans, and we will double check for a correct diagnosis. So when I present it, I don't go to technicalities. Like
technology.
Yeah, because
specifics,
because
no.
they don't.
You lose them.
Yeah, they don't. I wouldn't say they don't need this information, but they would rather have results. So because in the field we need results, we need quick and easy access results, and correct results. So if we can combine all of these three,
and return on investment.
Exactly, if we can combine all of these three, the decision making will be faster, the return on investment will be faster, and everyone is happy.
Yeah. What type of crops? Because just between brackets, what type of crops right now does your let's say AI agents, and AI tools? Because I think they're mostly based on visual, recognition and visual analysis. Because you can also use AI with sensors and things like that.
Yes.
You can enlarge afterwards, in your field. It doesn't end, basically, to an extent. But what types of crops did you start specializing in and testing your solution on?
Okay, so we started with potatoes. So the first crop that we tried to monitor.
Yes.
And then recently when we went to Extra Nature, it was viticulture. Vines.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And the third, with the l'ITGC, which is an institution here, where we are going to start, inshallah, in the next days, the cereals.
Cereals, wheat and everything.
Wheat and everything, yes.
Very important.
It's gonna...
Especially like in the Saharan region. And very big surfaces.
Exactly.
Where you need an extra help, when humans cannot do everything.
Exactly. Yeah. And inshallah, we are going to Biskra, inshallah, for the palms. Because it's a strategic crop here in Algeria, and we must protect it as well. So so these are the main crops at the moment, and maybe we can expect a larger number of crops starting in 2027.
Okay.
This year we're focusing trying to master these 4, and then we'll go to others hopefully in 2027.
Because you have to, in fact, especially in companies who are based on AI, you have to gather data.
Exactly, store it.
And sometimes data is very poor here. We still don't have all the data.
Yeah.
Even if the data is on paper and some documents that are not yet digitalized and not yet accessible.
And also there is so we have image side, which we process all the images, but we do have some other data like climate or location or type of soil.
Or maybe sensors and things
exactly,
like that.
We do need them to.
Or even people can take notes, and enter some
Yeah, for example,
observation directly on the system?
we do have some information other than images that we need, and sometimes it's really important to have, and some institutions are still not developed yet to for this. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's true, because you cannot at the end
Yeah.
of the process taste the product with an AI, right?
Exactly.
So at the end, somebody has to taste the product to say,
Yeah.
okay, this is good potatoes, or
Yeah.
this is great crop, and thank you
Yeah.
very much for helping us, in fact,
Mm-hmm.
grow it. But let's come back to Blue Green Zone. It's because now that I understand where you are at, Blue Green Zone, what is it now? What are you expecting from them? How are they helping you? Because I don't think they're going to be helping you all that in all the different missions that you have and things like that. But what is your specific needs, and what did they bring you, or what are they bringing to you? Because the process is not ended, the program is on. It's
Still on.
We're still like kind of halfway, into the program, right?
I think we're still at the beginning.
So what were you expecting, and what did you find here as help and support?
First of all, my goal was to look for an acceleration program. So I know that here in Algeria it's a bit rare to find acceleration program, especially specialized ones, because sometimes they are too general, and not every agriculture or like here blue-green aspect is not. It's a very specific niche, and no one understands it that well. So this is I think this is one of the main reasons I chose this program. And the second part is I've noticed that startups usually at the beginning tend to lose track of their goals, and acceleration programs like this tend to help them focus on what the goals are, because I'm not gonna lie to you, as I did have some. For example, sometimes I do have some doubts. I do have some points where I'm like, how can I solve this? I don't know how to solve this,
sure.
or how is that helping me, or how is this beneficial for me? So in this acceleration program, it helped me first of all focus, but also rather than waste time on maybe expand the product or do something else or diversify, like I've noticed some other startup do.
Mm-hmm.
I focused on one product, trying to make it to have results with it, rather than trying to diversify, like I've noticed here in the startup ecosystem here in Algeria. You'd notice some startup would start here in agriculture, then go to the industry, the e-com industry. So it's not.
I see that you also know, in fact, how to focus your business model, which is very important.
Yeah.
But at the same time that you're in the phase of the first product, let's say, validation.
Yeah.
And this usually is not during the acceleration phase.
Yeah.
It happens during the incubation phase.
Yeah.
But because you want to accelerate it, this is my impression,
Mm-hmm.
And because this sector here in Algeria is a bit too slow regarding data available, the support available, the regulation and things like that. It is also slowing you down. This is what I understand. But what's great is that I also understand that the program BlueGreen Zone is kind of flexible enough to move between the incubation and the acceleration needs of the company.
Also, let's not forget that the acceleration did help us see the ecosystem better, because not gonna we did have an incubation before previously in other programs. And
university programs?
Yeah, university program before this. And we've noticed that the image was not clear yet. So
what image? What do you mean by image?
The ecosystem of startups here in Algeria was not clear yet, especially in agriculture. It was not. We didn't have a clear vision when we finished the incubation. So, true, we learned what startup is, how it grows, and how to get the label of startup. But that was it. That was it. Now, when we are in the operational side and trying to build a real business out of it, that knowledge was. I'm not going to say nothing because it was something, but
it wasn't practical. It was theoretical, maybe. Maybe they gave you some notions.
Too much theory. Too much like no practical. How should I put it? No practical advice. For example, I had, especially for me, since it was drones, it was AI, it was new. No one knew how to get like the legal side was a black hole for everyone.
Okay.
So. Yeah, and we had to figure it out on our own, and many other aspects like
maybe you even pushed, in fact. The regulators accelerate things because it's a pressure that you put on the system to like adapt more rapidly. This is what the startups are about.
Exactly.
Because, for example, the AI, but the AIs that we talk about right now, scale AI and things like that, regulation sometimes is way back than the advancement, the technology advancement.
I think they noticed that there is a demand on this kind of technology, so they were like, allow them. Try to figure out the regulation on how we can manage them, and will allow this type of project to create, because it will really help the agriculture here in Algeria. Talking about the ecosystem here. What I've noticed that since we've joined the program, the BlueGreen Zone program, I didn't have to go side looking for a solution or go left and right trying to solve this specific problem and waste my time on other things. I was focusing on building the company, and whenever I had a problem or I had something to be like
clarified or anything like that.
For example, they helped me find the farmer extra nature.
Okay.
Test bed. Where we did the test, which was really really helpful for us.
Sure.
Yeah, so we were able to test it and see. It was a first. It was a first test that was not in institutions, so it was not planned, or I would say it was like real time, real life,
real situation.
Exactly. So that really helped us, and see how how we will react, how the project will react, how the product will react to the real conditions of the field. And we're still with the program, and we're still evolving. And I think we did have a roadmap before, and I think with the program we solidified. I would say we had to put some priorities in certain things and push back certain things, because the coaches helped us with it. They helped identify some things that we were not aware of, because they have experience. They have experience in this field, some opportunities that we were not aware of. For example, when I had to talk with one of the coaches here, he told me about, rather than focusing on the drones, why not focus on the data?
Sure.
Which is exactly what we want.
The type of advice that you want.
Exactly.
From somebody who's experienced in business.
Exactly. Someone who is in the field, was in agriculture, and he knows the importance of data. Yeah. So he was like, why not go for data rather than focusing on the service? The service is too tiring. Focus on the data. And I think this aligns with the vision of the project overall. Yep. And I think he saw the project how it is, like data, AI, and technology startup.
Yeah, and there's that also, and also the life cycle of the business itself. of your company,
Exactly.
of the team.
Yeah.
Because what I understand also, because I'm one of the coaches here also at BlueGreen Zone, it's basically also on the technical part, of the technology part. There's not have been like for now a specific support, but in developing the technology, in the let's say R&D and things like that on this side. But what I know is that BlueGreen Zone is also working on connecting you with the actors in the Netherlands, because the Netherlands is the partner country, nation in this program, where agriculture is one of the leaders in agricultural technologies and stuff like that.
After the USA.
So maybe for technology transfer and collaboration, because innovation is about also open innovation and collaboration and things like that. Do you think there'll also be some opportunities in collaborating with Dutch companies or Dutch ecosystems?
Actually, fun fact, when I was in Sipsa Filaha, which is the agriculture fair in 2025, I was presenting the project. Right before Fethi comes to introduce himself as a BlueGreen Zone program.
And a founder.
Founder. One of the representative of the embassy of the Netherlands came to me with the business card and was like, "We have a lot of drones. We should really talk about it.
We're gonna sell you a few drones.
Please come to us and we'll find
secondhand. We're gonna sell you secondhand ones. Because we already been using them for 10 years.
Yeah. So she introduced herself, and I was really interested. It shows that there is an opportunity for partnership in drones, but also there is also an opportunity in R&D, so research and development side, because they are very advanced in this domain, and they have a lot of research done in this field, and it would be very interesting. Maybe they would experience the Algerian economy with their solution. Why not bring some solution here in Algeria and test them?
That's the main interest, I believe, in the embassies and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Business development, basically.
Exactly. So that would be really interesting, and I think this is the goal of also the program and the needs I expressed when I joined the program.
Right.
So this type of collaboration with maybe startups there or institutions, or there were some drone factories. Yes.
But did you make some? I don't know. Did you make some, let's say, research about what, or maybe to identify some of your potential partners in the Netherlands? I don't know whether in a university, a research center, a company. Because they're also very active in other African markets. Right now, the African market is growing. Is growing, and it's let's say, a continent where a lot of nations are trying to invest in. Some big corporations, also international corporations, are buying land.
We expressed a need in partnership with some research institutions. So they have some data that we could share. They could share, and we could share back like some data from here in Algeria to improve our models, etc. And we did like find some companies that have specialized drones and that could customize drone for us. So, for example, if we have a specific need, we could send them the specs that we need for
the requirements.
Yes, and they would send it. They would send the final product with, I would say, customized solution for
and modules and stuff like that.
I think there are a lot of and a lot of startups I've noticed. I saw a startup that had some mini drones in like the greenhouses. So it's not like in the field.
It's not in the field.
It's inside the greenhouse. There's small drones that would monitor the greenhouse inside the greenhouse.
Of course.
Which is, well, it's another step they are a step ahead.
Yeah.
And I feel like it would be a good opportunity to collaborate with this kind of startup in the future.
Of course.
I see that there is a lot of opportunities here. I see that there is that we can exchange in information, in expertise, because we know the Algerian field and they have the technology. I would say more experience with the technology than we do, and I think that's where we can meet.
They are leaders in innovation. Overall.
Yeah.
And even in electronics and things like that, because the good part also of your business is to run and master drones.
Yeah.
Because right now I see in agriculture abroad there are now specific new, let's say, positions and professions that are related directly to drone piloting in agriculture. This is like a new type of
it has its own certificate.
Profession.
It has its own certificate. There's classes of drones, and the agriculture drone have its specific class, and its pilot is very different from like a high speed drone or sports drone pilot. It's very different.
Sure.
And because it's heavier, it's bigger, and it requires more I would say knowledge in the agriculture field.
Yeah.
So I think they have more expertise in this, and I'm open for any type of collaboration from the.
I see.
Yeah. So also one thing. They have expertise in agriculture as well, not just in technology. Their management of agriculture and how they were able to position themselves in like one of the top 3 countries.
Precision agriculture.
So that's also very important. So it puts them as an example to follow. In their system, in their management, in their innovation. So this is what we want from this program as well.
To be technology transfer to a certain extent, but also maybe identifying some potential, business partners.
Yeah.
Because even if you are at the service of agriculture in Algeria, Algeria also needs to find markets abroad, in fact, to export. All that, and maybe also to develop like specialized crops that are needed by the pharmaceutical companies and things like that, which is like real high added value, in fact. So that's great. So basically, I'm gonna come back to that. My perception is that you are well satisfied, very satisfied with the BlueGreen Zone program so far. That's also because the coaches and the team is also experienced in business. I mean, they already have an experience in running companies and in developing other startups and things like that, because that makes the whole difference, in fact, to a certain extent. Because this is the role of a startupper, is to become a manager, business manager, and an innovator at the same time of being a business manager, which is not the same as running like a traditional business, right? So when you put all this together, you have to have this array of talents and know-hows and sensitivities also to a certain extent that require experience. And what I like also from your profile is that you also come from a family that ran agricultural operations. So that means you are aware about the pain points. You are aware also that the joys also of having this.
Actually, of building, of seeing, of having, of harvesting, like at the end of the year, of harvesting everything. You know the joy, and you know how much people are sacrificing for it. So you understand what their pain point, and from another side, from the agronomist side, understand also the pain point, because I know the responsibility that comes from monitoring and managing a field. So there is both sides.
I can understand. Now when it comes to acceleration, because it's also an acceleration program, when it comes to acceleration, you have to manage growth in a company, and whenever you are a startup, there's still risks and there's a lot of unknowns, in the environment and things like that, specifically in certain types of environments. So basically, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Because the Algerian agricultural system, or let's say a sector, needs to accelerate. There's a need, there's a push, there are a lot of investments. There are risks also, environmental risks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So basically, your company comes at the right time to accompany all that. But this is if you manage your growth well, meaning from a team of 3 people, maybe you're gonna become 100 people at one point.
Yeah,
depends on the business model.
Yes, of course.
But you have to manage this growth well enough and without risks.
Yeah.
And with the right funding and things like that. So this is basically what you are right now planning at the same time as validating a product and developing your, let's say, agile models and things like that, and learning at the same time. So that's very, very impressive. And but what do you see in 5 years, yourself in 5 years?
So the vision that we had from the beginning was to become a reference in data. So this is actually the goal.
That's not a secret, right?
Yeah, that's not a secret.
So you're announcing to the world that this is your objective, right?
Yeah, this is
okay.
It's not so what we wanted to do was so it goes back to when I started my degree in precision agriculture, and we were asked to find the problems here in Algeria and why the ecosystem here is too slow. And one of the main problems were we don't have enough data.
We talked about it earlier. Yeah.
We don't have enough data to make decisions. We don't have enough data to have a global vision of what's happening here in Algeria. So my first thought was like, why don't we create this data? Why don't we create it? It takes a long time. It requires a lot of effort, and but I saw that it's a great opportunity on the long run. So we start now. We gather data, small data, with the help of institutions. With the help of businesses, and at some point it will become enough to help decision makers here in Algeria to have like a tool they could use for decision making, rather than doing stuff based on I would say theory or
feelings or something like that.
Or
not taking into account a lot of other factors.
Because data it was missing, is still missing. I know that the government right now and the Ministry of Agriculture is working to solve this problem, and I think we align with this vision, with the project, with whatever we're trying to bring with the startup, and hopefully we are going with the country's flow. So,
sure.
This is what we're trying to do.
Yeah, but you're not trying, in fact, also to penetrate other markets like Mauritania or Chad, for example.
Well.
It's opportunity also.
It's an opportunity. Going international is an opportunity, and I agree. But also there is a great advantage in the expertise that we have here in Algeria, because the Algerian market or the Algerian soil or Algerian fields are very specific to Algeria.
The Algerian data.
It's very specific to Algeria.
Because you're talking about data, let's go to the data, right?
It's very specific to Algeria. So we will have a much better advantage here. And going international, so going to other countries like in Africa or in Europe would be a bigger step. And I think that requires a lot of preparation, but also good partnerships.
Good partnerships, and maybe also a level of innovation that or adaptation
Exactly. Yeah.
that's high enough to justify, the penetration of markets abroad, because you have competitors, right?
Yeah. Of course.
Anytime. For example, if tomorrow you have a Chinese company, right? Chinese company are really like experienced.
Yeah. Yeah.
They made their own sensors. They make their own, hardware. They're also leaders in AI. You know what I mean?
Anything can be made in China.
Comes to made and designed and ran. So the same thing. So if, for example, there's a company here in China that comes that wants to, let's say, partner with let's say another startup or a company that's already in agriculture, information and things like that. It could go very fast because they have all the ingredients. They're not learning anything. They're applying, gathering data, analyzing the data, applying, the solutions, and that's it. Bye. Like you can put it on a platform or an application, and everybody can, use it for themselves. But for the sovereignty, when it comes to sovereignty and things like that, there are other questions, and I'm sure also the government also is aware of that. But I hope also that let's say, because they're different, the early adopters when it comes to private companies that will adopt your services, they're also going to give you some knowledge, because it's a return. You learn it as you do it, right? And they're also willing or not to support you as a company. I mean, okay, I'd rather support a local company, an Algerian startup, than they also have those advantages with open innovation. Fiscal advantages and things like that, So what I'm saying is that you have to make sure that you're going to keep your competitive advantage for a while. For a while, yes. While there is still risks of having new actors, this model from Porter, where that 4 dimensions, one of the dimensions is the risks. 5 forces of Porter. Exactly, 4 or 5 depends on. So you have to take this into account. Of course.
I think at this point we started talking about Algeria. Algeria, like you said, it's very new. The Agritech sector is very new. And I think this is why we have an advantage here, because first of all, there is this sovereignty concept that you talked about. And also there is a need for digitalization of agriculture. This too is an opportunity. And also we know the field, we know Algeria, we know the soils of Algeria. We have the expertise in it. So we do have better advantage, I would say, than a country than other startup that would bring solution from China. And I would say on the side, I had the experience of this. I experienced this firsthand, where a business owner in Algeria wanted to bring a Chinese brand, and we talked about it, and they can't.
A Chinese brand of drones. But not an AI.
No, not in AI, of drones. But this Chinese brand do offer some services in agriculture.
I see.
So they have softwares in agriculture. So
it's pre-programmed.
Yes, pre-programmed.
Okay.
So he wanted to bring here in Algeria this solution. But if you don't have the knowledge as agronomist or as someone in the agriculture field, the Chinese brand will not give you any access to they will not allow you to distribute their product or to resell their product if you don't have the expertise.
And maybe they're going to keep also the data.
Yes, exactly. And there is a problem in the data as well.
Sure.
So there is a lot of difficulties in trying to get a Chinese solution here and resell it, like you said. And like I said, we had the chance to talk to one of them, and we've noticed that it's not that easy for them to enter the Algerian market. It's not. I wouldn't say it's impossible, but it's more complicated than to make the solution here from with the Algerian data, with stored in Algeria, with the Algerian protocols, etc., rather than trying to bring the solution from outside and use it here in Algeria. So we saw that there is a lot of problems that that could happen to them, and we have the advantage in this. So.
As Algerian players.
As Algerian,
yeah.
as Algerian startup, as Algerian, as an Algerian data stored in Algerian servers, with I would say, and we align with all the protocols that were made for data storage, etc. So I think
the language is very important too, because you have to speak the language of the agricultural worker at the same time. So you have to translate their observations into data that you can use on your system. Right?
And some ignore the fact
the let's say cultural also aspect is important.
Exactly.
Like, social also.
Exactly. For example, I'm gonna put myself in the shoes of the Chinese company that would enter,
or anything else, or not just the Chinese company.
They will really struggle with trying to understand the Algerian farmers and the agriculture sector, because even us as agronomists here from Algeria, we still struggle with it. It requires a lot of patience. It requires a lot of convincing and trust, because it's our pride. Farming, agriculture is the pride of Algeria.
Right.
Yeah. After all the petroleum, etc., we have agriculture. It's like our force, our pride, and they don't like when anyone outside of Algeria enters the field and try to steal or.
Well, it's sovereignty to a certain extent, but I mean, we're coming from kind of long years where we remained an importer of crops and things like that.
Yeah.
And also maybe we're not maybe favored by the years that we kind of lost in not developing our own technology and also not following on the, because when it comes to innovation and technologies, there are different leapfrogs.
Yes.
And we are still right now, generally speaking, in Algeria. Generally speaking, I'm not talking about like the specialized fields, maybe in the Sahara, that use some robotics and things like that, and water optimization tools and things like that. Generally speaking, the Fallah in Algeria is still stuck in technologies used in the 60s, 70s.
We are still in the traditional agriculture
to a certain extent.
Conventional traditional agriculture.
So moving to like 21st century.
To agriculture 4.0. So we are trying from agriculture 1.0 to 4.0. Sure. It's drastic change.
Yeah.
And actually, right now we are talking about the mechanization of agriculture.
Yeah.
Rather than then we'll go to digitalization of agriculture.
Yeah, but you have the machines. At one point used to be man, let's say operated.
Yeah.
Now they're autonomous machines.
Yeah, but
you can mechanize the agriculture with autonomous machines now.
Yeah.
That's the basically
that's
the trend.
That's one of the technologies that are like really performing in Europe and USA.
Yeah.
And but in Algeria it's not.
We're still not there, because we don't master the technology yet. We don't have enough, enough regulations, to cover all the needs, all the different risks and things like that.
Yes.
I think also you need specific industries and services to cater to the hardware.
Yes.
Because you can import hardware, but if it breaks down, you have to buy another one.
And even I would say companies here that are producing tractors, when you talk about agriculture, you have to talk about tractors.
Sure.
Tractors. It's still the models are still not adapted to using these type of technologies like robotics, etc.
Right.
We're still making traditional tractors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that's why the fact now they're making humanoid robots? Because a humanoid robot can drive an old tractor, right?
Yes.
If you train them, of course. Yeah, I've been sharing some data on LinkedIn lately. Because I have a
About
group.
humanoids.
Are you part of my group about innovation strategy?
No,
in Algeria?
no.
I have to add you then.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, because there are risks like here. Because right now there are machines and cameras and things like that. They're attaching to people, to workers in like textile factories and things like that.
Yeah.
And the robots are learning the different movements and the different operations.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I
think
mean?
I saw a video.
So that the robot at one point can even use the old generation of equipment. You know what I mean? So the human being is irrelevant.
I don't know about tractors, but for example, tractors are. I talk about tractors a lot because they are the core of agriculture. They are very well. You can install a smart system there, but we have not reached that yet because the reality is agriculture is unpredictable, and it will still be unpredictable. It's not a repetitive task. You never have like one day is not the same as the next day.
Even if people are trying to develop the GMOs to reduce risks and to make conformity, like the norm, basically.
There is always something new in the field. Maybe in repetitive tasks like sorting or I would say harvesting at the end, maybe. But in the day-to-day task, I don't think yet. Let's say that humanoids would replace humans because it's so unpredictable. Like you can, it's really like anything could change if a little bit of wind would cross by, or it's just
any risk, environmental risk.
Yes, and the climate change as well. You never know what could happen.
I know.
Yeah,
but this is a philosophy.
Yeah, of course.
And this is a philosophy.
Yeah.
Because when we can approach technology from different angles.
Yeah.
Sometimes we like respect environment and we respect the human being also inside the process. And sometimes all we're looking for is profit at the end of the day, and not taking care of the natural and organic aspects of agriculture and things like that. So, but some people are trying to manipulate and let's say control nature, but this is another topic, let's say.
Exactly.
But I'm glad in fact that you're, because this is also my school of thought, is that we have to respect nature and work with it rather than work against it.
I respect, in our school when you graduate they call us we are agronomists but also environmentalists. So we respect the environment before becoming agronomists, because it's an important factor that even if you take from the soil, you take from earth, you have to give back. This is the philosophy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Of course, but to maybe, how much time do we still have, do you think?
I don't know
yet, but let's go back to the main advantages that AirCrop brings to any farmer. Because, for example, I'll just give you an example. If you use too much, if you spray too much, or if you spray the wrong, let's say chemical, you're gonna basically expose your consumer and maybe also the soil to certain risks and stuff like that. But whenever you use the right quantity, the right quality at the right time, you reduce this risk by extra amount, X percent. An example,
For example, with our solution, knowing the problem before it appears, like it spreads or appears, would help us have a preventive approach.
So what type of problems, for example?
Sorry?
What kind of problems, for example?
Plant disease or stress, like water stress.
Okay.
So knowing the problem before it spreads,
Yeah.
we can have a preventive approach rather than critical or very intensive approach. This allows us to have lower dosage of chemicals, and this type of usage is aligns with the durable agriculture and the green agriculture philosophy. So using less chemicals will allow us to save in money, in terms of money,
Right.
but also save in terms of soil protection,
Health.
and quicker, and I would say also quicker intervention.
That's it.
So using this type of technology, I would say would take a day or two.
It's
rather
risk
than-
reduction.
Yes. Rather than having an agronomist that would go to the field, maybe take a couple of days to figure out what's the problem,
Yeah.
and then going back to the tractor, fill it up with the products, would take like would say 2 days to finish the field. This whole process would have taken a week or two, rather than having it take like 2 days max.
Okay.
So we're talking about
Efficiency.
Yes, efficiency, time reduction, precision, reducing
Durability.
cost, durability.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Return on investment.
exactly. So there's a lot of good that could come out of this solution in terms for the farmers and for the agronomists and for the soil itself and for the plant itself. So even in the future, if let's say these farmers would like to export his production, having this type of protocol in the field will allow him to have better control of all the chemicals and be in the norms of what like international norms of exportation, like in the food industry.
Well, there's also data gathering also at the same time, because sometimes you can experiment. There's a lot of agricultural companies that try to experiment sometimes with new crops, and they use maybe 10% of the land, to try this and to try that for next year and things like that. So this is also being like much more able to integrate innovation and stuff like that within the agricultural practice of any professional that wants to be competitive and to bring things that the market would require, and to adapt to a certain extent to the market at the same time. So basically, you are also helping people also in the long run adapt also to the needs of the market, and at the same time to be like more agile, thanks to your tools and your technology. But also, I believe that your technology will allow also professionals manage bigger surfaces.
Yes.
And maybe more also diversity of crops in the same area, maybe.
So
Because I like permaculture, for example, where you mix up, different crops and things like that. This is more durable.
Yeah.
But thanks to the AI with image recognition and stuff like that, you can like differentiate.
This type of agriculture is very common. You'd find someone with 10 acres would have like fruits here, potatoes there, some apples here. It's diversified. So it's very common here in Algeria, and this type of technology will allow us to, at the same time, even if I'm personally not specialized in I'd say trees, the AI will recognize it and will help us figure out what's the problem in different crops in the same area, rather than like in agronomy, everyone is specialized in a specific crop.
Yep.
But this AI will have many specialties, many crops, and can detect in the field where I would say there are different type of crops at different stages of their growth.
Of course,
as
great.
well. Yeah.
Great
So
point.
this I think this is also a very important aspect, but also in fields like in the Sahara, like in the desert.
Yep.
transportation is very difficult, and
Human resources
human
rare.
resources are very rare, especially in the south. Having this type of technology will remove an extra burden that they have, like in terms of human resources, in terms of specialists that would go to the field.
Yeah.
Like you have one pivot will have like 30 acres. 30 acres is huge for one person.
Right.
Especially if it's not monitored. If it needs to be monitored every week, every 2 weeks, it's really big for one person. So having this type of technology will help us monitor bigger like surfaces.
Yep.
And unreachable surfaces as well.
While also managing more data
Exactly.
and more, let's say, risks at the same time, because as you said, this is nature, part of nature. So sometimes you can have, like a change, a sudden change.
Exactly.
And you can have something
You-
that
you never know.
happened,
You never know.
So it makes you like much more
Flexible.
flexible,
Yes.
and reactive.
Yeah.
And so the risk, because if you talk about finance, if you go to the dimension of finance, let's say it's business, we're into BlueGreen Business, incubator, accelerator. Whenever financial or a bank loans you money to basically start a new crop or something like that will calculate the risks, right?
Yeah.
So if you can reduce the risks, you basically will receive like a better conditions, in your
Exactly.
loans. And also, if it's the government basically that loans money, that gives you, some money, they also reduce the risk, that also bring much more yield and much more
Exactly.
return on investment. So because in Algeria it's kind of specific.
Yeah.
So because it's private public, the public also sector is very present in the domain. So I think that also the societally, I mean the society and the let's say government and the governance will also gain a lot from this type of improvements.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
So this is great. And any last word about I don't know, what do you feel that the next steps will be, and I don't know, what do you want to say to the team here at Blue Green and the other startups, and maybe some of the entrepreneurs that want to get into your field or other fields in general.
In general, I would say I think we should always try. There is always a lot of opportunities. We should find the one that suits us first, and we should try. I think the scariest part was to launch. I could try to launch something, and everyone is scared to do it. But at the end of the day, you just have to try. You're better trying than doing nothing. So even if the regulation is not clear yet, even if there are many obstacles, but we have to try. We have to try to give a plus to our ecosystem. We have to try and improve the sector, the agriculture sector here in Algeria. I feel like it's our mission. I don't know. I feel like it's my responsibility since I graduated from a school here, and all the knowledge I've gathered, etc. I feel like it's my responsibility to make it better. And if you need motivation, I guess you have your address, which is BlueGreen Zone.
Yeah, sure.
I
You
think
can always approach us and
exactly, because I've received a lot of positive vibes and a lot of positive advices here in a BlueGreen Zone, and it allowed me to be here. Wow.
Yeah, and also what I believe from the last test that you had in the field, some things that have been like really concrete.
Yeah.
And we wish you that you're gonna be in a few years, in 5 years, not even, seen as one of the leaders and one of the early startups that was able, in fact, to develop this very important sector and to transfer knowledge and to allow others to innovate in that and to follow into the right path to apply technologies
Mhm.
in nature
Yeah.
durably. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
agree.
harmonically. You know, and in harmony. Let's
Yeah.
say.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much, in fact, Ms. Sharif.
Yeah.
And
Thank
it
you.
was really a pleasure. Maybe a pleasure also to see you soon here at
Inshallah.
at
Yes.
the
Yes.
Blue Green Zone.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we say hi to everybody, the other also startups and
Yeah.
project holders here. I'll see you soon, hopefully.
Inshallah.
Thank you, all the team.
Thank you.